So, hello everybody. I am Ria, call sign N2RJ, and I have a special guest with me today from my native country of Trinidad and Tobago. And we are talking about a very special event that they have coming up. So I'll introduce to you Ravindranath Goswami. I don't know if he goes by any other short name on the air, but he is 9 Zulu 4 Romeo Golf, 9Z4 RG, and he is involved in emergency communications. You can see his background there with REACT, and he's very active in amateur radio in Trinidad and Tobago. So go ahead, over to you.
Well, good evening to you, Ria, and good evening to everyone who's looking on and listening in. Certainly appreciate the opportunity to share some information with the amateur radio community. And what it is, Ria, when I would have sent you the information, it's really an effort by Trinidad and Tobago amateurs, members of the TITAS, that's the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Radio Society, that has decided to host a special event for the 59th Independence Anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago. So starting this weekend gone on the 22nd, running until the 12th of September, that special event call sign is a 9 Yankee 59 India November Delta. So that's 9Y 59 as in 59 to represent 59 years of independence. IND for independence. So 9Y 59 IND. That's the special event call sign that was issued by the Telecom Authority in Trinidad and Tobago for the event.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's great. So tell me a little bit about what inspired this event. Because I know they have some countries that do these special calls. Here in the United States, it's all difficult to get a call like that, but I'll explain that more in a moment. But first of all, tell me what inspired you guys to do this.
Well, I'm a member of TITAS as well, apart from REACT that you'll be seeing in the background there. But they are members of TITAS who came together and decided, you know what, we can't just let this go. And not only that, it's actually 60 years, if I'm not mistaken, of the existence of the TITAS organization as well. I think they were founded in 1961. So
Yes.
those hams are persons like 9 Yankee 4 Charlie, 9 Zulu 4 Yankee, 9 Zulu 4 Gulf Sierra, 9 Yankee 4 Delta, those call signs. Those are the guys who would have gotten together and said, you know what, let's advocate for something. And recently, the Telecom Authority had a consultation in terms of the amateur radio framework. And inside of there also was a framework for call signs. So I think internationally as well, we see some of these, parks in the air, summits in the air, different types of call signs, really cool special call signs being issued by authorities to mark a special occasion. So the guys decided to approach the organization's management, and they represented to the Telecom Authority with the special call sign, and it was, I think it took a little time, but I think it was granted eventually, and that's where we are here today.
That's amazing. So here in the United States, it's almost impossible to get something like that. The last time they did that was for the 100th anniversary of ARL, because I am a director of ARRL. I'm on their board of directors. So they, in 2014, well, that's before I became involved with ARRL, we had a centennial celebration for ARRL. And I was told by the regulatory department within the league that we had to basically ask Congress for that authorization. So, that would be like in Trinidad, you had to go to Parliament and ask your MPs. So here, I knew a lot of the MPs in Trinidad because I was involved in the local political scene. But but that's cool that you guys would be able to do that. And the framework seems like, it was pretty interesting. I've been kind of talking with TATT to get my license back, but we see how that goes. So that's pretty cool. Any bands and modes and stuff you'll be operating on?
Yeah, so it's a sort of all mode, all band type of approach. So certainly HF, SSB, as well as the very ever popular digital modes FT8. I see some of the guys have been doing JT65 as well. But apart from HF, there's also the digital voice modes such as DMR, C4FM via the YSF reflectors, and D-Star. And if I can mention the website that has actually a lot of information. So there are two places that anyone can go and get information about the event, as well as real-time live what's happening at any point in time. So the first one will be the website, which is the call sign, 9Y59IND .info. So that's the website, the call sign .info, as well as the QRZ page for the special event call as well, which is 9 Yankee 59 IND. That QRZ page also has a lot of information also about the event, but more importantly about Trinidad and Tobago's independence and a bit about TITAS, the organization as well. So I'd encourage anyone who would like to participate, and it's a new prefix, and I think that should be exciting for persons to want to work that prefix, because after that prefix is come and gone, that's it. So you have a small window of opportunity until the 12th of September to get on board. So whichever mode, Ria, the very popular modes, and even Echolink on Sunday coming, they'll on Independence Night, which is the Tuesday, the 31st, will be a special net locally in Trinidad and Tobago via the VHF repeaters, but internationally via the Echolink connection. So that's why we say all band, all mode.
That's good. So when does this event run? The date and time?
Right. So it's from the 22nd of August, which was this weekend, Sunday, and going to the 12th of September. So that's the period. And on the website, we also have a calendar that shows the various operators. So we have operators who are volunteering to basically man a station with that call sign, whatever the mode. So for coordination, there's a calendar. And persons who want to get on board and communicate with one of those special event calls and stations can utilize the calendar to see when and where a person's operating. So that's why we're trying to suggest to persons, to check the website out, because it has it's kind of like a SCAD, if you want to think of it that way, that you can see where the operations are.
Okay, that's very cool. All right, I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. And now that you mention it, I'm going to be looking out for them on the air. I'm actually going to be looking for all the modes. And as you mentioned, FT8, I'm going to tell my friend Joe Taylor, K1JT, who was one of the inventors of FT8, that to look out for them too. Now, as you mentioned, prefixes, there are several awards, and this is for you guys to know that there is the WPX award from CQ Magazine. That's going to be in demand for this one. Then you have the awards from EQSL. Then you have FT8 Digital Mode Club. You have all sorts of awards that's going to be going on, and that's going to be, you guys are going to be good in demand. And then, I know some of these operators, like everybody knows Chris, 9Y4D.
Yes. I can't go to a Hamfest and not say, hey, tell Chris hello. It's like everybody knows Chris.
Of course, he is the loudest one in the band. That's
and
good.
He's doing a lot of EME as well. He's doing EME.
Oh.
So a lot of moon bounce, and satellite,
Now that's cool. I'm gonna invite him. So I'm gonna invite him to come on. All right. Well, listen. Thank you very much. And you have a channel as well. We're gonna link that below. What do you do on your YouTube channel?
Well, on my channel, just search for 9Z4RG, 9 Zulu 4 Romeo Golf. As a member of REACT, we are doing a lot of training. So there are tips on radio operation practices. But more importantly, we have last year we did the technician class. Because in Trinidad and Tobago and several other Caribbean islands, we follow the FCC syllabus. So we have the technician classes that we did last year, streamed live, so it's sort of on-demand training, 16 sessions. To get to it, you can use a quick link. It's the word tech, tech.ttreact.com. That's tango react.com. That's a quick link to the YouTube channel. And we also currently in the process of doing the general class. And we have just completed about 20 sessions. We have another, let's say, about 10 sessions to go to complete general. But on-demand videos, you can go to Gen, that's Golf Echo November, gen.ttreact.com, and you can get those videos on demand. And we should be finishing up in about the next couple of weeks or so with the general class. And of course, other interests in the hobby, things like weather. So I like to stream a lot of weather information, lightning, earthquake information, weather, when hurricanes are coming. That's my interest. So anyone feel free to join the channel and subscribe. And looking forward to communicating with everyone.
All right, that's good. I'm gonna have to bring it back to talk about emergency communications because I want to do a whole thing on emergency communications. But a lot of people know about what we do in the United States. I want to tell them what happens in other countries because there may be things we could learn. I know I watch you guys do a lot of things, and when I was there, we had of course, the usual hurricane season, but it's more like helping the northern islands. And then, but we had Wassa with their water shortage. And then, one time we had that we were monitoring water tanks. So, it's
Right.
a lot of different little things. And then you guys also have, since you're REACT, you cooperate with the CB operators too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
so React as an organization has expanded to all forms of communication, and probably we can have a session, specifically on what React does. But I can
Sure.
tell you, locally, we collaborate very well with the amateur radio organization. So TITAS, that's the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Radio Society, of which I'm also a member, has an MOU with React as well. So we collaborate very closely on projects and emergency and disaster response, those sorts of things.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And we'll see you around. Happy Independence Day, Trinidad and Tobago, coming up on August 31st. It'll be 59, and hopefully we get 59 signal reports too from you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ria, and really appreciate you having us. And also, thanks for all that you do as the director of ARRL, and all the best. Take good care, and bye, everyone.
All right, super. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Keep on hamming. And to RJ, see ya.